Hi, small business owners. It's Angie Knoll from Reconciled Solutions. We've been helping small businesses with situational awareness as it relates to economic crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is that there is legislation pending in the Senate to be passed. The legislation is called PPP Flexibility Act. It has not passed the House yet, but it's looking very likely that it is going to be approved. There's good indication that it will pass, but right now our country's been focused on bigger issues and has not had a chance to get it passed. There's 4 big changes in the PPP Flexibility Act that I wanted to cover with small business owners today. 1, they are extending the forgiveness period from 8 weeks to 24 weeks. Okay, so you don't have to spend the money within 8 weeks. This helps businesses who are sheltered in place and still forced to be closed at this time to not have to pay people for not working at this time. So they're looking at extending it from an 8-week forgiveness period to a 24-week forgiveness period. The prior requirement was that 75% of the money from the PPP loans be spent on payroll to qualify for forgiveness, and they are changing this percentage down to 60%. They did not give more specification or detail as it relates to additional other expenses that qualify for loan forgiveness. So it's still those same things: utilities and mortgage interest and rents paid. Repayment was changed from a 24-month period to a 5-year payment period. And I think this is really important because a lot of small business owners they just don't have the payroll to use 60% of the money that they've received on payroll expenses. So that means that if in the instance that you didn't have enough money for payroll to spend 60% of the money on payroll, and you weren't able to fill 40% with rents paid and utilities and such, that you might be taking a loan back into your business. Now, that loan before was 24 months with a 6-month deferral period, meaning that you had to pay it back over 18 months. Well, by extending it to 5 years or 60 months, it's going to make those payments much more easy to digest. It won't be so hard on your business to spread it over 60 months as it was if you had money that was not forgiven from the PPP loan and you had to pay it back over 18 months. So that's a really positive change. And the last thing is that they are extending the covered period for when you need to hire employees back from what it was at June 30th to December 31st of 2020. So by saying that you don't have to have your full staff back in place by June 30th, you have all the way up to December 31st of 2020 to get that staff back in place, and that's going to maximize your forgiveness. What this means for our small business owners in terms of situational awareness and how is this going to help you or hurt you, it really gives you a little bit more flexibility in how you would spend the PPP money. And so it gives us the opportunity to focus on sustainability and to relax a little bit. So if you were in this mad rush of crush to spend that money up and use it appropriately so that it can be forgiven, I want you to sit back, take a breath, realize that you have more control than you did prior to this act, to this flexibility act, and just take an opportunity to digest everything that's going on in your business so that when you are making choices in your business, you are doing it in a way that you are flexing your muscles, that you are doing something that's very positive and will build strength in your business. One of the thoughts out there that I just want to point out is that in financial crisis like this, it's great to have a cash positive business, but you don't necessarily need to have a cash positive business in such difficult financial times. It might make more sense to be cash neutral. That's what the PPP loans were all about. And I just encourage you to, as you're going out and figuring out how to spend that money, to really spend some time thinking about those things that are going to provide sustainability to your business, help you pivot in this new normal environment, and help you have a stronger business in the end. So flex those muscles, small business owners, get strong, and really think about those things that will propel your business forward. Thanks again. It's Angie Knoll from Reconciled Solutions. Have a great day.